What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another video. This is a reaction that I'm gonna do for y'all. It's pertaining to a situation that occurred in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma recently. Just to give y'all a little rundown on it. It's kind of similar to the situation I'm going through right now. I'm not sure if y'all been paying attention to my timeline. So there's a community figure. It's a black pastor who he owns a nice church here in the city, and his wife, she was shopping at some place called White Barn or something like that. I guess it's some like bougie place, and it was in Edmond, as y'all will see. It's just tough the things that happen legally, and that's the reason why I'm showing this video. I want to bring up some different points where things could have gone better, where officials could have de-escalated the situation, or did things a better way. Let's get into it. If I have any comments, questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section.
A well-known pastor and member of the Oklahoma County Jail Trust was arrested in Edmond this afternoon. Derek Scobie says the arrest...
Derek Scobie is his name. I was trying to think of his name. I couldn't think of it. Derek Scobie is the gentleman's name.
...stems from an incident at a store where he says his wife was inappropriately touched by an employee. News 4's Abigail Franklin spoke with Pastor Scobie and his wife about what happened. Abigail.
That's absolutely right, Adria. Pastor Scobie says he got the call from his wife telling him what happened. He says police were called, but...
Okay, something about that point. They say he got the call from his wife. I know husbands can't be there all the time with their wives. I know they want to be, just because of situations like that, you want to protect them. But, she did the right thing by communicating.
Nothing was done. So he went to the store himself.
There is a...
Okay, guys, before we get into this next part, when she just said he went to the store himself, big problem, right? Because what's gonna happen? Like, what are you gonna do if you go up to the store mad with your wife while she's upset, by yourself? Things are gonna escalate. I know they said they called the police and nothing was done. There's cameras everywhere, so I'm suspicious as to why nothing was done. I'm guessing lack of evidence or something like that, but let's see what that's the wife right there in the middle. I don't know if y'all can see, but the lady in the middle is the wife. I'm guessing that's the attorney to her right.
Level of appropriateness, especially when you are dealing with customers.
An uncomfortable moment for Angela Scobie after she says an employee at White House Black Market in Edmond touched her inappropriately.
All I know is that I was very uncomfortable with.
Wow. Let's stay tuned to it and see what they mean by touch inappropriately.
She says she was trying on clothes when an employee made a statement saying Angela was, quote, curvy and...
Red flag. So inappropriate. For an employee to say curvy out of all things, that's kind of creepy. You could have said, there's so many more appropriate things that could have been said, but curvy, yeah, I don't get that. I don't get why they said curvy. Let's stay tuned.
Angela says that's when the worker allegedly touched her butt. She says the employee touched her a second time.
What is going on? Like first off, they said that the employee touched her there, right? And then did it again? Like, what? I need more context.
That's when she went to the dressing room and called her husband, Derek Scobie.
I did not want it to happen, and I didn't even want to see him again.
Now, that statement was odd. I'm guessing that the news reporter asked her some type of question pertaining to that. But that she had to state that was kind of weird.
Scobie says he was buying food to give out at his church.
That's a nice church. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I've been to that church before in the city. I really feel like I've been there. I feel like it's sitting on the east side of Oklahoma City, like not too far from Northeast High School. Somebody let me know in the comments.
he got the call.
When I get there and we got no help from the Edmond Police Department.
I need to know a timeline. I need to know, did he call the police before pulling up? Because I'm going to advise y'all, in instances like this, call the police and get a civil standby at least. If you're not getting them there to do something about the situation, at least get them there for a civil standby so things can be documented and, you know, situations won't escalate. But that he said he called the police and they did nothing, it's a red flag.
And I called a former district attorney who, when my wife explained to him what had transpired, he immediately said, "What you just described is sexual battery."
No doubt. No doubt. That's for sure. For a stranger to do that to a customer, like there has to be something more to the story.
Edmond police did not arrest any store employees in the incident.
What? They didn't arrest the employee? Yeah, it must have been like no cameras. And that's a valid point, you know, a talking point. No cameras is problematic in this day and age. If you're a company, if you're a business, because my situation is similar. They had cameras, they had recordings, but people didn't do the proper things to go get the recordings, right? And that's a problem. That should go into his favor. Since there wasn't a recording of the alleged incidents and you have multiple people making this complaint. Now let's see what happened.
Why we're not showing you their faces.
I don't believe that any police officer should be able to let a person go who committed a felony crime while we are standing there saying, now, if it comes from a credible...
Now, I know he's basing, when he just said a felony crime, I know he's basing it off of what his district attorney buddy that he called says, but we don't know. So we can't just jump to that conclusion. You know, we need to know more details.
Citizen, then the officer should arrest. I guess we're not credible as citizens.
Scobie.
Wow. Now that's heavy that he made that point. You know, that he guesses they're not credible citizens, because that's a valid point and everything like that. You know, time and opportunity, she was there, that person was there, the situation may have occurred. You know, it's just tough that nothing was done.
Says after police left, he went inside and captured his interaction with the worker.
Wait. Whenever I read this, they said that was a man. They said that a man did it. But that person looks like a woman. That person has on a dress. I'm not sure if y'all seeing this, but this person has on a dress. Right here. This is a dress. So let's check in.
On camera.
So my wife is lying. Your wife. I don't know how much I should talk.
That voice is throwing me off. I feel like that this is a member of the LGBTQ community, which is raising more suspicions, because it sounds like a man, but is dressed. You see the fingernails painted right there, bright red. So I'm gonna say that this is a transgender person. So, which is like a major red flag, because why in the world is this transgender person touching people inappropriately? Why in the world is this transgender person touching women inappropriately? Because as a man, it looks different when a transgender man is in the situation, right? It looks totally different, because it's like, you a man. Regardless of how you're trying to dress and portray yourself, you are a man genetically. You know? So any husband would have a problem with that. So let's go on to see what's going on. But you see they say right here, I don't know how much I should talk. So let's step back in.
Scobie refused to leave, so the store called police. There's a no.
Oh my goodness. So the store didn't call the police about the incident, which is crazy. They didn't call about the incident. The store didn't. They called the police to say there is a male there that is refusing to leave. I believe it's going to be her husband. I'm going to assume that they're about to end up saying. So let's see.
If it's refusing to leave, I believe it's going to be the husband.
Police came back and asked Scobie to leave. When he did not, he was arrested for trespassing.
Well, you're not gonna grab him.
Wow. They arrested him. Something ain't right. They arrested him for standing up for his wife. I don't know how y'all feel about that. Somebody tap in and let me know in the
My
comments.
wife, where you want to grab her. I advocate daily for the least, the left out, and the left behind. Other people, well, how in the world am I not going to advocate for my wife?
I did go into
That's facts, you know, and every husband is gonna stand by that. Like, I don't care if that's your girlfriend. If somebody touches your girlfriend inappropriately, you should have a problem with that as a man. You know, especially if it's like a weird situation like that. Like, what the heck? This is a lawsuit. Pastor Scobie. Pastor Derek Scobie, tap in with me, man. I got some advice for you. This is a major lawsuit. For Edmond Police, for this store, White Barn, whatever it's called. This is a major lawsuit. So yeah, man. Pursue that.
the store to ask employees about what happened, but they said no comment.
Now, I also reached out to White House Black Market for a comment, but it is the weekend, so we have not heard back yet. Edmond Police will not comment about why there was no arrest for the incident.
Y'all, I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, y'all. This next video is the actual arrest video. This is the actual video of Pastor Derek Scobie. This is the body cam footage, the officer that arrested him, the encounter and everything like that. I want y'all to check this out and, you know, let's see what really happened. Let's see what transpired. Okay, here we go.
Mr. Scobie, we gotta get on this floor. Okay. Okay.
Wow. So, Pastor Scobie, I know you probably feeling some type of way because of what occurred with your wife, man, but let's not even start there. Let's not start there, right? Maybe like work our way there, but you gotta understand where you at. You in Edmond, Oklahoma. If you know, you know. Dealing with what sounds like a Caucasian officer. So they didn't send somebody that looks like you. Somebody that's gonna like kind of like empathize with you. Right? So that you already had that mindset, not good. So let's go on and see, because you know the officer's already ready to arrest him just off of that comment. Let's go.
Well, why are you making it that way? Right. What? Okay, I don't care who you've spoken to.
So, the officer's attitude is poor. We need to get this officer's badge number and his name. I'm not sure if this is it up here. Is his badge number 250829998? Because that's the only other identifying number that I see. Right? This officer's attitude is bad. This man's not being aggressive or anything like that. He shouldn't be having a bad attitude with him, especially when he's going through something. That's my whole thing. Another day, another time, maybe, but he's literally still going through it. So for that officer to say, I don't care who you talk to. Like, come on, man. They sent the wrong officer.
That's stupid. Like you are creating another problem.
So now the officer is adding insult. He just called that man stupid. He just added insult to injury. Why? I feel like a prerequisite for any officer that joins the force should be de-escalation. There should be some type of de-escalation schooling that they have to go through. because he's not using any type of de-escalation. He's actually standing there with a can of gas trying to pour it on the fire that's lit on Pastor Scobie.
On top of something that's already going on.
I'm a correct one. But what happened today?
No, you're creating more problems for yourself.
You think I care? You want to Google me and see?
Pastor Scobie, let's get out the ego, man. Humble is the way. I feel like, that's should be a part of your doctrine.
You want to see? So you don't understand?
What does that mean?
I don't tolerate this stuff. I advocate for people.
All my people that look like me out there, right? In these heat of the moment type of situations, let's always think before we speak, and let's not operate in ego. Because he is kind of going off the tangent, getting inside of his ego, which isn't the best for this situation. I love you, Pastor Scobie. I'm sorry that this happened to you, but I want things to go smooth for you.
That are mistreated every single day.
Sure.
Every day.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. Terrible attitude. Who is this guy, man?
So you think I'm not going to advocate for my wife?
Sure. I get that, but this isn't the way to do it. This is completely wrong.
No.
So how would you advocate?
Okay. So the officer, who is not a lawyer, he's not a judge, he didn't go to any schooling, right? He is no counselor. He is no advisor. In this situation, what he's supposed to be doing is arresting another person or questioning that other person, getting some footage, doing some investigating, instead of trying to advise this man what to go through with him and his family. Who is this officer? Somebody find his badge number. I'm sure y'all know his voice.
Advocate for your wife by getting arrested for trespassing in a store that is asking you to leave. Tell me what's advocating about that.
So I guess then we have to ask the question, what was wrong when I stood in front of the governor's mansion? My friend, Governor Skate.
Okay.
Going off on another tangent. Come on, man. Get out your ego. Get out your ego. We can't do that. It's not the best look. If you fight fire with fire, everybody's going to get burned.
Go ahead.
The night before Julius Jones was scheduled to be executed, and I was arrested in the middle of the street, just me. And the next morning, it was commuted to life without possibility of parole.
What does that have to do with right now? I don't.
Filed charges against me. I went to court 6 times for misdemeanor 2. That it was a $500 fine.
Okay, sure. You've been arrested. Congrats.
No.
What is this officer's problem? You've been arrested. Congrats. Along with the de-escalation training, there needs to be some temperament testing, because there's too many officers with a bad temperament.
I mean,
I went to court 6 times.
Okay.
For a $500 fine.
Okay.
Because of the principle of it. So, and then when it was all said and done, the charges were dismissed in the best interest of justice.
Okay.
And the DA who filed them against me, we're friends now. Meaning, you just don't understand the method to my madness when I do things. So, like with this.
Tell me how a criminal trespass will help you advocate for your wife.
It will, sir. So.
Okay. Well, let's get up because we gotta go.
Okay.
Well, reversing that psychology on the explanation that Pastor Scobie just gave, that I'm even reviewing this, and it made the news, because y'all just seen the last clip of some like News 4 or something like that. I don't know if this went national, but it was for sure all over Oklahoma. I guess this tactic does work. Is it the best? No, I wish we could just get justice in situations like this. Like, it shouldn't have to go this far, man. It should be some type of justice.
What do we have to go do?
We've got to exit the store.
I'm not exiting the store before you put me under arrest.
Okay, stand up for me.
Wow. Wow, he's really going through with it.
Okay, so this is a trespassing. So
That's crazy.
not this way.
And then in trespassing, they shouldn't have to go this far. But I guess since he was sitting in there not trying to move, that they had to do that. Because he said, I'm not going nowhere if y'all don't arrest me. So, dang it, Pastor
Yes,
Scobie. Store is
Tell your wife
trash.
and daughter, this is what you're gonna do. Okay.
And y'all hear the officer still being provocative. Did you tell your wife and daughter that this is what you're gonna do? My people, the people that look like me out there, we gotta watch where we even shopping at. Why would she even be spending her money there if people are treating her like that? What are we doing?
Court back over there.
I know exactly where this is. I used to play ball at UCO in Edmond. I know exactly what this is. This is not too far from the university. This is like a right and the left from the university. One of my banks is over there. There's a Panera Bread over there. A McAllister's over there also. This is insane that they arrested that
You want
man.
your phone and wallet to go with your wife? You want to go with you? Okay.
Oh, we got a picture. We got a picture, y'all. Y'all look right here. Look right there. Y'all see him. So this is the guy that's being so provocative and rude to this pastor. It's not like this is some thug. It's crazy that we got to go through this type of stuff, y'all. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. This is a new style review that I'm doing for these type of videos because I like to be aligned with what I'm doing. So since I'm dealing with all this legal stuff right now, this is why I'm doing these type of videos. There's so much legal stuff to unpack here. There's so much problematic stuff where justice failed. You know, y'all leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and y'all stay tuned for the next one.